Alright, so Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker is about a week and a half away, and I'm buzzing for this fight, perhaps even more than the Bivol Beterbiev rematch. I don't know man, there's just something about a competitive heavyweight contest that gets me pumped up. And these heavyweights are arguably the third and fourth best in the entire world. Both guys have had ups and downs of their career, and have come back in tremendous fashion from some stumbling blocks early on, which makes seeing them both fight even more compelling. Daniel Dubois was counted out after the Joe Joyce loss, and he's properly rebuilt his career and managed to attain a title along the way. Joseph Parker was deemed as a bit of a gatekeeper for the heavyweight division, never managing to beat the best guys. That all changed coincidentally when Saudi Arabia got involved in boxing, which honestly was the perfect time to level up and beat some of the top contenders inside the division. The money that Turkey is shelling out for this title fight must be great. And I'm glad that two guys like Joseph Parker and Daniel Dubois are reaping the benefits of it. Anyway, Parker was a bit of a dark horse and beat the likes of Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang to earn his IBF title shots. Even though he's from New Zealand and I'm Australian, I'm still rooting for the Oceanic guy to win. Australia and New Zealand are practically neighbours, and Parker is looking like a bit of an underdog coming into this fight. Daniel Dubois is going to be a massive test for him compared to Zhang and Wilder. Of course, the latter two are huge punches that can put anyone's lights out, and I don't want to diminish Parker's performance against them. The one word I'd use to describe Joseph Parker in the Wilder fight is professional. He was completely measured in his approach and was so defensively sound. Zhang managed to knock him down, and that was more of a closer contest, but I still definitely felt like he did enough to edge the decision. With that in mind though, Dubois is a different beast. In the Parker-Wilder fight, Wilder wasn't the same guy as he was in the Fury trilogy. He was gun-shy, not willing to commit to any shots, and lacked the killer instinct, making it easy for Parker to systematically pick him apart. Zhang is a very competent combination power puncher, but his footwork is very slow. He plods around and has low output in rounds. Parker found success in that fight thanks to his quick movement and superior boxing IQ. When he's in there against Dubois though, he needs to be even more on his bike and try to bank rounds early on. Dubois is a naturally athletic heavyweight who has one-punch power and never really fatigues. He just throws and throws and throws. It's almost like he was made in a lab to fight in the squared circle. There are some deficiencies in his game, of course. For one, he can be pretty hittable, but that never really deters him, which makes him even more dangerous. Both Dubois and Parker have solid chins in fact, so this fight really comes down to who wants it more and who can bank more rounds. I say that, but Dubois' power is really what I think may tip the scales in his favour. I wouldn't be surprised if Parker gets dropped in this fight, maybe even twice, but he certainly has the IQ and discipline to net a decision win. He just needs to be very careful. This, in my mind, is a real 50-50 fight, but I think Dubois' incredible performance against AJ and how Triple D just demolished him has now made this Parker bout a 60-40 fight. I doubt Parker will stand and trade with Dubois like AJ tried to. Parker knows his attributes and will use them to great effect. One punch, devastating knockout power isn't one of them, so he'll try to keep on the back foot and either be all the way in or all the way out of range. He's not going to be silly, swinging for the fences against Dubois because that's how you get knocked out. Case in point, the Anthony Joshua fight. I can't wait for this upcoming matchup, and I can envision several outcomes here. I'm rooting for Parker to win, but that's not to say I dislike Triple D. I mean, he's one of the most entertaining boxers in the division, and he's always down for a scrap. I like his demeanor and seems like a perfectly sound guy. So does Joseph Parker though, and I honestly feel like both guys would be dignified, positive champions to have in boxing. Anyway, I'm looking forward to Riyadh season continuing with this heavyweight blockbuster, and generally one of the best cards in boxing history. I'll catch you down the road.